when it first came out, it was a game that they're like, yeah, we're gonna be getting rid of the games for gold. That whole thing where you get two free games a month.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, hey, though, you want this?
They're just hanging in front of you, like, you want this?
Yeah, they're like,
shoot.
They're like, you know what? I'll take it.
$500 a month ain't that bad now. Oh man.
That's the top button. I'm trying to remember what was
So
the.
I passed a dad checkpoint this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me and KJ made a fort.
A pillow fort.
Yep. Successful.
Yo.
And then she pulled it down. It was too funny. We're watching Pop-Up Girls, and she likes Shrek.
I was just.
You got a good
so
tape.
while watching my nephew, we were watching Shrek earlier today.
She was just sit there and watch it like it was like a news story.
Oh.
Like next time I want to do something around the house, I'll just play Shrek.
Okay, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to play Pod Racer. I'm really trying to figure out what old game do I want to play.
Looney Tunes Space Race.
You're the one that has that, actually.
Heck yeah, that game was lit.
I don't feel like hooking up the Dreamcast.
No, fire up that soccer game. What was that soccer game called?
Oh,
Worst soccer game ever.
I don't know, I
Incorporated.
like Striker Pro.
Pro. It was a pro.
2000. Now you know what I'll play? I will play some Star Wars Battlefront.
The original.
I'm gonna play 2.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the remakes ones. The original.
The second remake one was good. The first remake was like, okay, I get what they were trying to do. But when the first one came out, I was like, this is so much like Call of Duty, and I'm not feeling it. But then the second one came out, I was like, okay, we ready, let's go. Had better campaigns. Yeah, had a better campaign.
Well, the first one didn't even have a campaign.
No, that's why I said it had a campaign. It was actually us doing a storyline. The first one was just us out there just being stormtroopers.
Even if the story was a bit ass.
Yeah. Even though the first rendition of Star Wars 2 was, they had a campaign with a good storyline.
You know what? Thank you for reminding me of that. I should do because I'm stuck on. I don't know how the fuck I managed to get past it when I was younger, but having to hit the Jedi Temple.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how the fuck I got past that without a problem.
Jedi Temple? Oh, you mean Coruscant?
Yeah, when you have to go and hit the take out the Jedi. What it is I keep getting stuck on is the part where you have to defend the library part, so they can go and try to like take as much as what they can, like download, and you have to prevent all the Jedi from destroying the archives. And it's like, these motherfuckers. I don't know how I did it in the past.
It's one of those games you just got to go back and date yourself a bit. I just play the first one, the first Battlefront, like instant action, or I do what's it called, Galactic Conquest.
Oh, where it's almost kind of like a Risk, sort of, where you have to like jump from like
choose a planet. Yeah,
yeah,
and then choose your power up and stuff.
They really missed the ball when they didn't do Galactic Conquest for the new one, especially for play.
Yes.
I keep saying that every time it's brought up.
If they had that in the new ones, man.
Bro, I didn't even know
way more money
until you just said it, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those
they didn't really do space battles in the second one, so I don't know how they would have been able to do. I guess they could have just done like classic Galactic Conquest.
They did do space battles in the second one.
No. I mean the remake one.
Oh, the remake? No. Okay.
Yeah, no, there was no space battle. So it would
say the first rendition. They did do one. They did do the ones in the second one.
Well, that's what I'm saying is they couldn't do Galactic Conquest in the revamp 2 because the original 2 has it to where you could meet in between planets and do
a whole space battle.
Yeah, I mean, like I guess they could do it like the original Battlefront.
So I meet you in the troposphere.
Bruh, I was leave the enemy in like the far reaches of space when I'm done. They ain't got no planet. They just got a space fleet in the middle of nowhere.
Wow, this freaking ceiling light. There we go.
Okay, now you look like you're on the Sixth Sense.
Or like 6 o'clock news.
Oh damn. Oh, that's the one she got locked in the bathroom and then she went out on the ledge.
Oh, these little shits.
What's wrong?
Oh, this is horrible luck on my part. Walked into the very beginning where like all the masters are supposed to be for the very beginning of the mission.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when like every like AI Jedi all spawned in. So it was me versus like 7 fresh Jedi. I'd be like, oh come on.
They about to mug you.
For all your life.
For real.
Let's see. See what's coming in. See who else is coming in. Oh, Mecca's on the chat. I ain't see Mecca in a minute.
Okay. So this is taken. Now we got... Okay, now this is the part. Get to the library, defend the library. This is the part I always keep... lately, that I screw up on. And I don't know how I had no problem doing it before in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Christ, already 2 bookcases left. How? God damn it.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the KrisCross Corner podcast. I'm your host, Kris Canty. We have the Great Debaterz in here today. We have Basil Lowe and we have Marcel Smith. How's everybody doing today?
I should kind of just tell you,
Yeah, it's been one of those days. I've been laying in my house, sick. So that's my day.
You can cry if you want to.
No. I'm not gonna cry. We're just gonna get the elephant, the elephant in the room. Yes, the Detroit Lions lost on Thanksgiving. Let's just get that out the way. All right. We lost. We're still in first place in the North, so loss doesn't really mean anything.
But even the moon did not want you to win.
No, we lost because I was not in Michigan.
So you're telling me every time that lost on Thanksgiving, it's because you were out of state?
No, every loss this year has happened because I was not in Michigan. Seattle happened, I was in Iowa. Baltimore happened, I was in Ohio. And now Thanksgiving, I was in Iowa.
You're not allowed to leave the state.
Oh no, we were already talking about it. I'm gonna kidnap him, and we're just gonna go around to a bunch of other places. Be like, let's go to Cleveland. Let's go meet our favorite
we're not going
music
to Cleveland.
critic.
No, we're not going to talk to Troy L. Smith. But speaking of nemesis, Michigan beat Ohio State this weekend. It was a closer battle than the previous years. It was 30-24.
He's fired.
Who, Ryan Day?
Mr. Day is fired.
Is he like legit fired?
No, but you lose against your rival
3 times in a row.
You're not even a fraction of what Urban Meyer was to that program. It's time to look at other job opportunities.
So what you're saying is, if he grinds on some white girls at the college bar, he'll get better?
No.
Well, I mean, I know the beauty standards from Jacksonville and Ohio are quite the same, but that's not it.
What are you talking about? He did it in Columbus.
I know. That's what he said. He said there's in Ohio and Florida are the same.
Oh.
But anyway, Ryan Day, I mean, he wins games. He just can't win against Michigan.
He's fired.
But he's undefeated for the rest of the season. He's only lost one game this season. And it's to Michigan.
He's fired. I don't care.
LOL. Well, speaking of fired up, the city of Southfield has something to celebrate about finally, because Southfield Arts and Technology has won the MHSAA Division I football championship over Belleville High School. Congratulations.
Cool.
And another freighter has gone aground in the Detroit River.
Wait, what do you mean another one?
Another one. There was the first freighter that went aground on Belle Isle, and then there was another one who just went ground by Shane Park.
What was it doing over by Belle Isle? Was it trying to go on the slide?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I thought it was easy. You just steer, you just kind of stay away from the water, stay away from the land,
You would think, but remember during COVID, the two times the Suez Canal was like all traffic was stopped because of someone and how it was the same ship both times.
Hey man, You got a rookie driver on them ships.
There was a third place that it got stuck in too. I'm trying to remember.
It's one of them freighters, man.
Like anytime now, like if anyone sees a big old freighter that just says in capital letters "Evergreen," everyone just their butts just pucker up and be like, "Oh God."
Pucker up. Goddamn.
Yeah, they're that anxious.
I would say quench, but not pucker up. Speaking of puckering up and, quenching, Amazon has been testing humanoid robots to distribute and to package things for Amazon. So if you think you're going to be making a lot of money at Amazon as a human, I don't know. It's going to be within the next 5 years. I think humans aren't going to be working for Amazon anymore.
They will be, at least in places like Philly.
True.
Because the moment you said robots and delivery, all I could think of was the one robot that made it from like one end of Canada to the other, no problem. Mm-hmm. So they tried doing it in the U.S. and they got as far as Boston to Philly before.
Hey, it was
shot, stabbed, paintballed, stripped of like all its wire and crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could guarantee you that's exactly what's gonna happen, unless Amazon somehow gets the programming to where they're at like Philly AI programming.
Philly AI programming.
It almost starts becoming like iRobot.
Only if the program to just do boxes and stuff. I think that would be what Amazon is trying to do.
God, I forgot all about HitchBot until you just brought that up. Then just,
you know what really irks my gears? Really grinds my gears?
Tell us, Peter.
It's that Amazon. They had a commercial on Amazon Prime during the Thursday night games. They were like, "Yeah, our computer generates all the football schedules and everything. So if AWS does all these football games for you guys, why did you get the worst football games of the week on Thursday Night Football? What is going on?" At least a Monday Night Football game is better than a Thursday. Sometimes this Thursday night might be better because it's Dallas and Seattle, but even the name Thursday Night Football, which just gives me like so much dread over the result of the game.
No, this last week's Black Friday football game.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that. I was at a Thanksgiving dinner.
I almost forgot all about it until like one of my players in my fantasy team was in. I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing a Black Friday game. Like what the?
I knew there was one on there, but I didn't care because was it the Jets?
Yeah.
And
it
who?
Just Panthers? No, Jets and
it was the Panthers. Oh my God. I'm sorry I went through that.
I gotta look it up. Dolphins. It was the Jets and the Dolphins.
Oh, that's not a bad game. That's a division rivalry.
Yeah, but it was just like I said, it was just such a weird. Like, I'm still not used to the whole idea of Thursday night football. Or once we start getting closer to the like end of the season.
Thursday night?
I'm still not used to that.
Why it's been a thing for like 10 years now.
I know, but for some other no, it's not Thursday. What's the one that only just started like the last few years?
I don't know. Monday night's always been
football or something like that.
They do Saturday football like in like the Christmas week because they're competing with the NBA, but that's pretty much it.
No, there was something else that started basically just before COVID, and
I don't know what you're talking about. We always had Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night.
No, there's another day. I'm trying to remember. Was it Tuesday?
No. It was a Saturday. They usually do like the third week in December. They do Saturday night because they're competing with NCAA and NBA. They don't want like the marquee games on Saturday. On Sunday competing with an NFL game, so they put them on Saturday in certain markets.
I can't remember. It's just there's just somewhere it's like Saturday is supposed to just be college football. That's it. Maybe if you're
until December.
Huh?
Until December. Until you have like those bowl games that don't matter.
Hey, to some of those schools, every bowl game matters.
Hey man, I don't care about the the MICH championship or the Motor City Bowl, man. It's the Ohio Bowl.
Look, it is. But
Miami, Ohio versus Toledo, really?
You should know of all of us out like in here, you and me both being EMU alumni. We need to take any bowl game victory we can get.
So when did we get the announcement for the EMU game? After the championship games on Saturday, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm considering going to the championship game. Now, granted,
championship game?
The MAC one.
Oh, fuck you.
You forget. I may have graduated from Eastern, but I did transfer from my home university.
But you didn't graduate from there, so you're not an alumni from Toledo.
And yet, I can remember the fight song, the alma mater song, all the cheers and everything. Eastern, I have to every once in a while look up the fight song.
I don't even know our fight song.
Like
all I know is Michigan.
TOL is in my blood.
EDO.
EDO.
People yelled it out. Like the first time I went to the University of Toledo, they were like TOL. I'm like,
EDO.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Like what do you want me to say?
Well, it's basically, I don't know if any of the other Ohio schools have it, but it's basically with like ever since Buckeyes have the OH. Although really, I feel like that's a statewide thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the University of Toledo wanted to have its own thing.
Because I don't know. They're weird like that. Speaking of weird.
I mean, our first mascot was...
What was your first mascot?
A bale of hay.
No, the first mascot was a rocket, but instead of doing like an astronaut, they basically made a rocket out of like a metal trash can and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so dumb. And then they're like, okay, this is stupid. We're going to have an astronaut. But that looked just as dumb.
Like, it's a rocket, not an astronaut. You're not the astronauts.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about just rockets. Like the effort. Like both the first couple of mascots looked like a middle schooler made it for Halloween.
God damn.
They were that bad. It was kind of like, did you ever see like the original Ronald McDonald mascot costume? Mm-hmm. It was like on that sort of level of like, oof.
Man. Well, speaking of woof, Club Delmar is closing, finally. It was the main reason why people were getting shot in Greektown on Monroe Street. It was also, it was a bumping spot. I'm not gonna lie, it was bumping when it first opened. In like the first few years it was open. I think it's only been open for like less than 5 years, maybe 6 years.
Are you talking about like just as the business Delmar?
Yeah, Club Delmar, like on the corner of I forgot what it was. It's on Monroe Street, across the street from Five Guys. Yeah,
but I'm talking about like you're talking about just as the company itself, not like the building altogether and all that, right?
The building altogether. Like I didn't know they were there. I think they were there for like 5 years, maybe.
The building's a little older. It was
no. I know the building's been there for a long time, but Delmar being there, they've only been there for that's 5 years.
Yeah. Because I remember one time going to Detroit with my cousin just to go to Greektown because he had this whole phase of wanting to
explore the urban landscape.
No. So you know how like you get some people that are like, I think I know how I think I figured out how to win at blackjack and stuff like that without counting cards. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. It's like you're gonna figure out how to count cards without counting cards. Like
you have
so
to.
I just went
like
with
how
him.
are you supposed to win blackjack then?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know how they say like counting cards is like
It's
cheating.
Illegal. It's cheating.
Yeah. So he'd be like, I'm counting cards, but I'm not counting cards. Be like, what the hell ever, Matt. Whatever. I'll go with you. I'll still play at the table. I'm gonna be just doing because he'd always practice at like the late at night $5 a hand tables.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would just be joining just to be like, I'd never bet more than $5 a hand.
You're such a sucker. I put $100.
No, I'm just there.
Bitch.
I'm just there strictly
like,
just to play. I'm not there to make money, just to play.
Hit me.
But yeah, no,
it's bad. Yeah, it's bad when they turn over 2 10s and you're like, shit. Should I say hit me or stay?
Oh yeah, no. Anytime I got like that, I always like stay.
But then when you stay and they got 21, I was like, oh,
you see,
bum.
This is why I'm not much of a stock market person. That is a safe enough bet where it's like, you know what? If they can beat that, good on them. This is way too comfy. Now if I had like a 17, then I'll go like, yeah, hit me.
Yeah, and take the risk. Yeah. And speaking of taking risks, Mark Cuban, have y'all seen what he's been doing this last few days?
No, what has he been doing?
Okay, he announced that he's leaving Shark Tank. And
I'm not surprised.
And he's selling his ownership of the Dallas Mavericks worth almost $4 billion. So something is about to happen that he knows that we don't know. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
I can understand the first part. Because, like, especially these last few years, have you ever been kind of watching the interactions with the other sharks?
I haven't watched the show since the first season.
Every once in a while, I'll watch it just to see what sort of stupid little product to look for in the future.
Stupid little product. Some of these things have been like blowing up.
Keyword: some.
I mean, like some of them that you thought were stupid that they like went in on are these huge companies that we see now, like popping up everywhere. So,
right. But a lot of times they would just be some stupid product where it's like,
it's stupid to you, Basil. It's not stupid to them.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But so anyway,
ShamWow.
I would watch every once in a while. Okay, no, ShamWow is great.
ShamWow was horrible.
It soaks up everything, and
no, it does not. It did not suck up everything.
I had to do.
Yeah, you had like a little spill.
No, I would use it for washing the car. Instead of using like a microfiber towel, I would use that to do the finishing dry off. Perfectly fine. But
wash the car.
Yeah,
he did wash the car.
I would be watching. I would be watching, and there would be times where I think the last one I saw, Mark was even telling me, it's like, I would rather work and make $50 an hour as like a bottom employee than be like a CEO for any of your companies. And he'd be saying that to the others. It was like something along the lines of like screw you guys, you're horrible owners and all that. Like I'm the best owner here.
I mean, he's Mark Cuban. What'd you expect?
Right. He's really the only one of any real success on that whole show.
What you mean? All of them have success. All
but
of them
when
have success.
When you compare Mark to the others.
You don't compare, Mark. You don't compare any of them to the others. They all have billions of dollars. Maybe Mark and the other white guy with the bald spot has a lot more than the other people, but they still have billions of dollars. Or close to $1 billion.
I don't know about any more, though. But getting rid of the Mavs, though?
I'm telling you, something's going on. That's $4 billion. He got, like, I'm taking my $4 billion and going somewhere.
Maybe he's dying? I don't know.
I don't know. I just want to know if he has any daughters, so I can get on that $4 billion.
You know what? Let's find out.
He's like, hey Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, come over here real quick. I got a deal you can't refuse. But speaking about money, but fact check. Go ahead. Does he have any daughters?
He has 2 daughters. Yeah.
Okay.
The oldest is 2003 though. So.
Oldest 2003. Oh, okay, we good.
But the other is 2006.
Yeah, they're just young. They're just young and they're fresh out of college, or in college still. If it's 2006. So yeah,
but,
there goes my chances.
No, the one 2006, that one's still might be graduating high school this year.
Might graduate high school, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, there goes my chances. The older one's probably still in. She's still in college, going in her senior year.
He owns a town in Texas.
Of course he does.
What the hell does that mean? How do you?
You own a town. You buy the land. Pretty much what Dan Gilbert does in downtown Detroit. I own downtown.
Well, no. He owns he just owns just a part. He owns the entire town of Mustang, Texas.
Hey man, if you got billions, man, you can do anything you want.
You know what? Maybe that's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to
make his like utopia in Mustang, Texas.
He must be, because I just found out just before he bought it, the entire population, according to the census, is gone.
So he wiped out the entire population of Mustang,
now I'm like, now I'll go like conspiracy mode of like,
he might need those $4 billion for an attorney. No, I did not kill everybody. Is that person in this courtroom today? Like, maybe. If you look at me and point at me, I have $4 billion. I will find you and I will kill you.
Hold on. So he not only that, but he bought the entire town for $2 million.
Just $2 million? Oh man.
Just $2 million. Hold on, I gotta look up. Where is this?
All septic tanks. No water system. No Wi-Fi.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's probably going to be now.
Crazy. But okay, and speaking of having money, according to a recent survey, people that are of the millennial generation need $525,000 a year to be happy, which is a substantial jump from my parents' generation, which I think they only needed like 200,000 maybe. But our generation, the millennial generation, needs 525,000 to be happy. So I was like, what kind of job pays $525,000 a year? So I did my research.
Legal jobs.
You're gonna be yes, these are legal. These are like honest, like everyday jobs, like 6 days a week, maybe 5 days, maybe 4 days, maybe 3 days if you're that lucky.
How many of them are morally questionable?
None of them. All these are like jobs every day, like people go to see every day.
Okay, now I'm curious.
So, well, if you're, certain type of, sickness or health status, but $525,000 a year to be happy. These are the jobs. So we have radiologist.
Okay.
Anesthesiologist.
That pays $500,000.
It depends on which hospital you're at and which state you're in. Orthopedic surgeon.
Okay, yeah, that one definitely.
Especially if you're a sports doctor, like a sports orthopedic surgeon, you're making money. Brain surgeon.
That's only wait. You can be an orthopedic surgeon and still make the same as a brain surgeon?
Yeah, depends on which surgery you're doing. Depends on what you specialize in.
I mean, I guess, but I would have felt like a brain surgeon.
Like a brain surgeon in California will make more than a brain surgeon in Michigan because of the cost of living.
That's gonna be a surgeon anywhere, though. I would have just thought like brain.
Well, it depends on the hospital you work for too, because hospitals are the same as business. They are businesses, so if they want to pay you $250,000, or they want to pay you $700,000, you know what I mean. So it depends on the system. Heart surgeon.
That's tricky. That's tricky crap too.
Yeah, a lot of schoolwork too. A lot of school, a lot of residencies and everything. A lot of mistakes. Yeah, that's any surgeon though. So
I don't even want to imagine just the malpractice like insurance.
Fam.
For
you know they paying that thing every day too.
Between that and the student loans, I don't know what would screw you more.
It depends, because if you work in the health department, I think in a career in health for 10 years and if you have a certain loan, like a government loan or something like that, they'll forgive you after 10 years of service. But for those 10 years, you're gonna be paying some money. Because I just looked, I used to pay like for the deferred, but before I got the deferred, like whatever it is for my student loans, I was gonna have to pay $988 a month, and I didn't even have a job yet. That's nuts. So I got it down to $51 a month, and now I got it down to $35 a month. I was like, oh, thanks, Biden. I'll just eliminate him.
I'm gonna need mine deferred, that's for sure.
Because you work for a city, right, Basil?
Not for much longer.
Oh, because if you work for a government for 10 years, they'll forgive them too.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. But it's because I don't have that degree yet. They didn't actually.
You don't have the degree yet.
Yeah, they're trying to downsize, so there's no chance of me getting hired in. If anything,
until you get a degree. Until you get a degree or get another job that's that's going to be staying with the city.
But the city though does want me to come back in January to be in like 2024 intern. It's like
intern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
intern. I have
like,
bills.
Man, this is how you guys are saving on the budget, huh?
Hey man, city. Hey, depends on which city you go to. Got to research the city. But back to the jobs that have $525,000 a year. This is like some jobs that pay $525,000 a year. So it doesn't have to be like starting at $525,000. This is like careers in America that you could be making $525,000. So, ophthalmologist.
That sounds familiar.
Eye doctor.
Oh, ophthalmologist. Okay.
What else? Real estate developer. Depending on which real estate you're into, like commercial. Well, this is more so towards commercial, I think. If you make it $525,000. Depending on because if you're doing residential, it depends on how high you are in the hierarchy of the company, like CEO or just like a construction engineer, or But if you're the developer, like the CEO or owner of the company, you're making some bank.
I had an uncle, who with him and a bunch of his brothers, all went to like architecture school and became architects and all that. And instead of being a commercial architect, like two of my great uncles, this one decided he was going to go out west, do residential, but he would be his own architect and the developer.
Okay,
and that's how he was building houses all over Chatworth and had like 3 houses of his own, all in LA and stuff like that. And
hey man, that's the life right there. Making $525 or more. So, OBGYN. Depending on who you're a doctor to, you're not gonna get it much in Detroit, but in LA, New York City, Chicago, oh boy, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston.
Was it
those
you?
OBGYNs?
I'm trying to remember. Was it you or just something I found on Instagram of like the little kid like tells the teacher, "I want to be a gynecologist." He's like, "Oh yeah, what made you want to become that?" It's like because of you. And it was like a hot teacher or something like that. Yeah, I was like, nice.
That was not me. That was definitely an Instagram video. That was not me.
I'm just trying to remember where the heck I came across it.
Speaking of come across, urologist is the last job that I found out. So yes, the urologist, you can make $500K a year. And these are the jobs, America, that you need to get to be happy, which means you're going to have to go through a lot of schooling, a lot of shadowing, a lot of mentoring, a lot of residencies, a lot of hard work to get where you want to be. In order to be happy, you got to go through some shit. All right? You got to go through some shit to be happy. Not every day is going to be a good day. Okay? I have a master's degree. It took me 5 years to get it, from bachelor's all the way to master's degree. But hey, well, the master's program only took 1.5 years, but my bachelor's took 4 years. But those 4 years, those 5 years, man, some days I wanted to quit. Some days I just didn't want to go to school. But hey, I knew the end result was me becoming what I want to be. And all these jobs that I just listed, radiologists, anesthesiologists, surgeons, real estate developer, OBGYN, and urologist, you got to work. These are jobs that you need to study and work for. Because I don't know anybody who doesn't want to experience OBGYN. Okay? That'd be messed up. Talk about malpractice. Or anesthesiologist. You don't want too much of that stuff in your body.
Oh, man. That's the one, honestly.
You'll mess up somebody's life.
That's the one outside of brain or heart surgeon. That's the one in the medical field that would make me freak out.
Mm-hmm. Anesthesiologist, not much, but surgeries. If you're a surgeon, like you're really going in there and just messing with my body parts.
Except for plastic surgeons. You ever notice how they somehow are allowed
on here? But I bet that they would be on here though for 500,000 or more.
Oh, I'm talking about just as far as like malpractice and all that. For some odd reason, they can do a bad job with all that, but it's like, yeah, but it's plastic surgery. It was elective, like that. You got what you got. Yeah. And the court's totally okay with like that ruling.
But yeah, plastic surgery, that comes with its, its pros and cons. If you're the plastic surgeon, not the person getting operated on, but I mean, hey, people don't love themselves, and that industry just takes advantage of it. So
I'm just glad that there wasn't anything like lawyer, like prosecutor, or something like that.
And we'll get to some lawyers in a second, but and some lawyers, some district attorneys make 500,000 or more. So depends on which city you're in. Stupid criminals in Detroit. Now, we're going to go a little bit west of Detroit. We're going to go to the great city of Ann Arbor.
Are you going to talk about what I think we're going to talk about?
We're going to talk about a police chase that involved a 12-year-old driving a fucking forklift through Ann Arbor.
And it's not even just like a regular forklift. It was like one of those construction ones where it had like the super long arm.
The super long arm? He was driving it through red lights and stuff.
Red lights, residential. It was plowing through cars. Like the kid raised up the fork and just like
it was on Looney Tunes or something.
Yeah. And for some odd reason, you would think, yeah, it's electric, but just the fact that there's this big old forklift that's bigger than any of the cop cars, you would think you would notice that when you're driving.
Hey, man.
No, it took the police lights to get anyone's attention. It's like, what the cops chasing? It's like, oh, that's not normal. It's like, really, you think?
That's not normal. Speaking of not normal and karma,
do we know what
a Detroit man who fled a crash on Southfield Freeway gets hit by a car while running away from the police. Karma. But yeah, PSA, please don't go fast on the freeway anymore. Not anymore, but recklessly going fast, because accidents happen. That's what they're called. They're called accidents for a reason. Just don't be reckless out there.
Also, make sure don't leave your keys in any heavy operating equipment.
Hey, man.
Do we know what
some people do? Huh?
Do we know which? Because it was a forklift that for some reason was at a middle school. Do we know what middle school you stole it from?
I have no idea. I don't know the middle schools in Ann Arbor.
I'm just curious on what part of town. Was it the one that was over by Pioneer? Was it on the north side over by Huron or Skyline?
We don't know. He just got the forklift and he was driving through Ann Arbor, knocking cars over, knocking trees down and everything. So
just because someone decided, I'll leave the keys in here. What's the worst that's going to happen?
That's what happens on construction sites all across America. It's the stupid kids who get into them and drive them. That's the problem. This was gonna be really crazy. Following a lawsuit, a Pennsylvania school district permits an after-school Satan club.
Oh.
And because they won the lawsuit because it was discriminatory against Satan worshipers.
Yeah, because it was, if you're gonna do in a public space for a Christian Bible study club,
you can do a Satan, a Lucifer worshiping club.
Yeah.
Which in Pennsylvania is wild, because those are the most Bible thumping people I know. So I know they was mad as hell.
Right? Of the North.
Yeah, I know they were mad as hell.
No, I was following that because I remember, because that whole thing started a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was I could already see it where it's if you're going to let a Christian group and if it's a public school, then you have to.
Yeah, by law, yeah.
And that was the whole point of the club. Of you know what, we're gonna screw with this ruling. Because it was in response to,
you're discriminating against Satan. I'm yeah. What else do you want me to say? You're being mean to Satan. Well, yeah. What else do you want us to do?
If I remember correctly, I think it's the same high school that there was the whole trial of going into as far as, was the Christian Bible study club allowed to have their meetings after school in the school, and it was ruled that it's it's after school, it's not during school hours, so yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, it's after operating hours, so yeah, they're good.
Yeah, that's when they came up with the idea. It's like, yeah, now you're starting to see the ramifications.
No pun intended. But anyway. So we're going to move on to my top 10 list of the week. We're going to wrap it up real quick because I have to check on my daughter. She has COVID and she's having trouble breathing right now, so I got to check on her. After today, for the next few weeks, we're going to be doing everything devoted towards Christmas themes for our top 10. So top 10 Christmas movies, top 10 Christmas TV episodes, top 10. What you got, Basil?
I was going to say
top
specials.
10. I'm not a huge special person on Christmas.
No, I mean like as far as like the old ones, like the old like claymation, old cartoon ones.
I hate those movies.
What?
I never watched those. Even
the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas is not claymation.
No, I'm just talking about like just any of them from like the 60s and 70s.
Charlie Brown Christmas I watch every year. I watch that every year.
What I'm saying is like we should do.
Not those, not the Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman. I don't watch those. Those are just corny.
No, you don't want to do. Okay.
I hate those movies. Every time they come on CVS, I'm like, all right, change the channel. All right.
Even the Grinch?
The cartoon one? That's not like a special. It's on YouTube. I could just watch it.
But I mean, it's like a Christmas thing that they do every. It's not a whole series. It's just like one.
I just binge on my favorite Christmas movies, like every weekend in December. So that's what I do every year. So, we have another great debater joining us for our top 10 list of the week. We have Walter Wheatens on location. Where you at?
I'm in Ipsy. I had a rehearsal for the acapella group I rejoined. And
Quarter Black from Psych?
Sure. Mantle.
That was the acapella group from Psych.
Oh my god. No, so at any point, no, and then we were, because I shot you that message, and I was like, all right, y'all still live? Like, what's going on? And then one of my friends was like, hey, my car battery's dead, so I had to give him a jump. So I'm literally just leaving.
You don't have to do that. Right, you ain't gotta give him a jump. Have him freeze.
I was the only person. No, I can't be. I ain't you, Chris. I can't be unnecessarily petty.
That's not being petty. That's just being an asshole.
Well, that's me.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Wait, what is the difference?
No, being petty is just being petty. Like, being an asshole means if someone needs a jump and you don't give them a jump just because you don't want to. That's being an asshole.
Well, I wanted to. I was being nice.
Yeah, he's being a nice person. Just like Walter, he's a nice person. He's a nice, gentle, loving person. Now, I'm about to be an asshole right now because I'm about to give you my top 10 states that should not exist.
And I have a feeling a certain particular state's going to be in that.
Okay. So backstory. Since Basil said that, okay. So I went to my fiance's family's Thanksgiving, okay, and traveling back and forth to Iowa. It's like, okay, certain checkpoints when you get there. So we were traveling in the daytime. So I was like, okay, traveling in the daytime is better than the nighttime. Just to let y'all know. But sometimes it's not, because in the daytime you get to see how boring a state is. And once you leave Chicago, in the state of Illinois, there's nothing to see.
It's not a damn.
Like if you're on I-80, there's nothing to see until you get to San Francisco.
So like once you even pass like Peoria and all that?
No, we don't go through Peoria. We just go through Chicago and then we get to Davenport 2 hours later.
Oh, so
there's nothing. No.
That is
I-80
rough.
does not go through Peoria.
That is rough.
Peoria is like more inland towards like south.
Oh.
But we go through Joliet though. We go through Joliet though.
Hey, my cousin got married in Joliet.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice little urban city.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, it's an hour outside of Chicago. This is kind of nice.
It's not even an hour. It's like it's a good 45. If you're taking your time.
I was going in the middle of rush hour.
I drove through.
Okay, yeah.
Juliet. I stopped
But
at the McDonald's there.
With the bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's my 10th state. That's number 10. Illinois is a state that should not exist at all. Okay, we can have Chicago, but no Illinois, just Chicago.
Springfield's cool though.
Springfield is trash. It has a Capitol building and it's just gone.
But I got to see it. It's a real pretty Capitol building.
I've been to Springfield too. No.
How many people in this country think that Chicago is the capital of Illinois?
I thought it was for the longest until I learned my state capitals, which was when I was 9. I was like, ooh, Chicago. Because you would think like every big city is like the capital, but it's not.
No.
It depends on which state you're in.
Look at Michigan.
Technically, Lansing is a big city.
It's not as big as Detroit.
Yeah.
Land-wise, absolutely not.
Like, Detroit is the biggest city in Michigan and the largest city in Michigan.
Well,
I think even Flint is bigger than Lansing, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think Flint has like 20 people in it.
Currently living.
19
Mark
now
Cuban
because 19 now.
19
now because someone drank the water.
Oh my God! Stop!
Mark Cuban's doing.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just saying, okay. All right. So Illinois is number 10. Kentucky's number 9. Why do y'all exist? It's just Southern Ohio. That's what I call it.
Well, no. It's not Southern Ohio.
I call it Southern Ohio. Like there's Northern Ohio. Like Northern Ohio has its like traits and stuff like factory, tall building, then corn. Kentucky is just like bluegrass and factory, maybe someone playing a banjo.
In one of the longest states.
You forgot baseballs or like the bats.
No one cares about the bats.
And racism.
Dude.
But only people care about Kentucky is the Kentucky Derby, and that is it.
Oh, KFC.
And hey, I like.
They're crazy about their KFC down there.
It's pretty cool.
Churchill Downs is a nice event venue.
Ace plays.
And now that they have horse racing on FanDuel, next year I will be placing a bet.
It's fun.
But don't bet on things on Thanksgiving. You'll waste your money.
I have to really say, when you go south of Columbus, though, you said it's northern Kentucky. I would argue anything south of Columbus, aside from Dayton and Cincinnati,
what?
That's northern Kentucky. It's not.
No, Kentucky shouldn't exist. I'm calling it South Ohio, or maybe Northern Tennessee.
That's closer.
Okay, Northern Tennessee. Northern Tennessee. I'll do Northern Tennessee.
Let's say you split it down the middle. The north half of Kentucky is Southern Ohio, and the southern half of Kentucky is Northern Tennessee.
No. I got to give a state to another state. I can't do half and half.
Why can't you half and half? Show nigga down.
No, I can't. I'm not doing half and half. So I'm saying it's north. I'm saying it's Northern Tennessee.
Okay.
Like Tennessee just got bigger. So for Illinois, which state should we give Illinois to?
Wisconsin.
Like a bigger Wisconsin or a bigger Indiana?
No, because we took.
You know what? Indiana could use it.
Because I don't want to really say Indiana because it's next on my list. It's number 8. Indiana should just go. Just bye. Just go.
Wait, but you got good basketball in Indiana, though.
I don't care about basketball. I care about the state. The state in general.
Look, if nobody else has any other reason to hate
we gotta
Indiana,
have the state for something, though.
It's a boring state.
Also, the Malice at the Palace.
I mean, overall, yeah, it is boring.
Okay, and the Pacers.
I didn't even hear what he said.
I'm gonna call it Western Ohio.
Western Ohio.
No, we don't want it. Call it Southern Michigan.
No, Western Ohio. I got Western Ohio for that one.
Look, no.
Oh yeah, hold on. While we say that, number 7 is Ohio.
No, I'm sorry. I got the breaks on that one.
Ohio should not exist.
Why should the heartland of America not exist?
Why is it called the heartland of America? We don't care about the heartland of America.
Because it's literally the shape of a heart, and it was our first frontier.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's our first frontier.
It's not a shape of a heart.
Not of an anatomically correct heart, but it is a yeah.
Oh my god.
No one does that. No one does that to Ohio. Stop it.
What are you talking about? That was all on the license plates back in the day.
Back in the day, they got rid of it because they know they suck.
No, they got rid of it because someone in Columbus was like, "Look at this kid that we got from an art school from freaking like Case Western or some BS place. Like he's got some BS."
Don't say BS Case West. Case West is a very prestigious university.
It's prestigious, but any art program from Northeast Ohio, no, I'm sorry, Kent State, any Northeast Ohio art program is just garbage.
Kent State was a well-respected university.
Yeah, if you're going for broadcasting.
Okay. All right, number 6 is Alabama. Alabama got to go.
No, we need.
I'll agree on that one.
Alabama has to go. I'm sorry.
Actually, can we just get rid of the South?
No, the South can stay. Alabama just has to go. It could be West Georgia.
West Georgia.
It could be called West Georgia. It could be like a bigger Georgia.
Do you really want to downgrade Georgia like that, though?
No, it's actually an upgrade.
What?
It's an upgrade.
Having to carry around that tumor?
It's not a tumor. It's good.
Alabama?
It's great. Yeah, Alabama's a really nice state. It's just the people that live there. They have good coastline. It'll give Georgia a coastline on the Gulf of Mexico.
Wait, they already have a coastline on the Atlantic.
But they can have 2.
Okay,
because the Gulf is better than Savannah. I hate Savannah. I'd rather be in Mobile or what's the other one down there?
What, Gulf Shores?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, that's a nice coast on the Gulf of Mexico.
Tuscaloosa or Tuscaloosa?
No, Tuscaloosa is more inland.
Yeah, that's way up north.
Yeah, but yeah, that's number 6 is Alabama. Number 5 is Idaho. Like, why are you here? Literally, why are you here?
Potatoes.
No, not potatoes. No, it's literally this. You want to say, hey, I'm here. I'm Idaho.
Actually, have you not been following where
I'm here? I'm Idaho.
You're actually reminding me right now how like combining the states. Have you not been following the whole like eastern half of Oregon wants to merge with Idaho?
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, bro, what?
So now it's going to be like, instead of the shape of this, it's going to be the shape of this.
Of this,
like,
exactly.
It's like, damn, this is a giant F.
Giant middle finger. It's gonna be all red too, because anybody who lives over there is just conservative.
Yeah. It's an FU to the Democrats.
Right. Number 4, we have Rhode Island. Why the fuck do you exist? You're not even an island.
You shut the hell up before we get
There's no road.
Rhode Island. Rhode Island is as big as the Tri-County area here in Michigan. It's as big as Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties put together. That's how big Rhode Island is.
Here's where it gets so funny with Rhode Island. It's the only state I can think of that boasts that it gets bigger during low tide.
Oh my gosh.
It's like any coastal state gets bigger during low tide.
No, but Rhode Island gets significantly bigger. You know how big the state is? As big as my thumb.
Oh my god.
All right. Number 3, we have Arkansas. Why the hell do you exist?
Hey, I got some friends in Arkansas.
Also,
shout out to the
why did you have to make sure that it's not pronounced Arkansas, which it should be.
Okay.
And then 2, make a law saying that it's illegal to pronounce it Arkansas.
Because people are tired of it, so they made a law.
Well,
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Maybe they should just change the state name.
No, they can't. Unless
Sure they can.
I don't know. They could, but I mean, why? They call Arkansas for. I don't even know when it was founded, but yeah, it's called Arkansas. I'm gonna name it.
Hold up. Arkansas gave us Bill Clinton. Hold on now.
I don't give a fuck.
No, just name it.
But before we move on about Arkansas, Idaho is gonna be West Montana. Rhode Island is just going to be part of Massachusetts.
No, give it to Connecticut.
No, I'll give it to Massachusetts. Massachusetts needs more land.
Are you kidding me? Connecticut's smaller. They could use it.
No. Connecticut is nice. Connecticut is nice. If you give Rhode Island to Connecticut, their property values will drop. Give it to Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Connecticut has a lot of rich people. I mean, you have a bigger population to support it though in Massachusetts than Connecticut.
What, Boston? That's it.
Boston has way more people than Hartford.
Wait, is there more people in Hartford or New Haven?
No, New Haven. You don't want New Haven. New Haven is just a hood. Hartford is too.
Can we keep Connecticut for the sole purpose of my wife and kids?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't even hear him. I heard, can we keep, what did he say?
He said, can we keep Connecticut because of my wife and kids? I mean, that's the only reason I kept it, because of my wife and kids.
Also, wait. You said give Idaho to Montana. Why the hell are we keeping Montana?
Montana is a beautiful state.
Because Montana's a beautiful state.
It's a beautiful state. Have you driven through Montana? It's amazing.
But there's nothing there.
But it's so beautiful. You don't need it. It's a very keep it the way it is. Don't add no buildings. Don't add no pipeline through that thing. It's a very beautiful state that deserves to be preserved.
This is coming from the very guy that complained about anything west of Chicago. The tribe is boring.
No. First of all, Montana is a really beautiful because it has mountains and different terrain where you can actually see things and be like, oh, wow, what's that? Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois is flat.
You got covered bridges?
I don't care if you have covered bridges. I didn't go over I was on I-80.
No, Chris,
I was on
feel about Montana, about Wyoming. Like, it's a surprisingly beautiful state for having nothing out there.
There's nothing out there, but the terrain is just so beautiful. It's like Pennsylvania. There's nothing in Pennsylvania in the Appalachian Mountains, but it's a beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
That's why I'm keeping Pennsylvania. But outside Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, what do you have? Nothing.
You got the Amish.
No, fuck the Amish. They can't even use iPhones.
Hershey.
You got Hershey?
I don't care about Hershey. That city smells like chocolate.
Like bad chocolate, but Hershey Park.
Chocolate's a horrible smell. Chocolate makes you not want to have smell of chocolate cooking from a factory doesn't make you want to eat chocolate. Now, if you're outside of a brewery, if you're in a brewery and smell of bread and stuff, that smells good. If you're outside of Maxwell House, in Jacksonville, you'd be like, "Oh, this smells good. I want some coffee." But Hershey, no. Yeah, there's a Maxwell House factory in Jacksonville, Florida. I would know because I parked there to take pictures at the football stadium.
But yeah, next time just don't take the interstate. When you get past, just take the U.S. highway.
No, don't take the U.S. highway. Take the interstate. If you're black, take the interstate.
Yeah, that's probably
now we're gonna get to the top 2 states.
I thought you were gonna have Ohio at like number 1, so I'm really surprised.
Is Oklahoma one of them? Please tell me.
No, Ohio is gonna be lower on the list because there's 2 states that I really believe that in deepest part of my heart, They should not be here. Okay. Number 2 is Iowa.
Damn.
Just call it Northern Missouri at this point.
Actually, if anything, I would say it's more eastern
Southern.
Nebraska. But
No, I say Northern Missouri. I don't want to associate anything else with Nebraska. Nebraska was an honorable mention.
Shoot, I'd rather keep Iowa than Nebraska. I
Let's
could
keep
think
Nebraska.
of why keep Iowa.
Nebraska has corn. Now, driving through corn is like, to me, is like the most exhilarating thing ever. You're like, oh shit, someone's gonna pop out. Someone's gonna pop out any second.
You want to get rid of the #1 corn state, Iowa?
No, I mean yeah, but Nebraska actually has better cornfields than Iowa.
See that I don't know. Then again, it's been many a year since I've driven through Nebraska, but especially once you get past Omaha or Lincoln, I can't think of a single reason to ever be in Nebraska, and those are all along the Mississippi River. So there's, again, no reason to be in Nebraska.
Right. Well, Nebraska's not next to the Mississippi River. Iowa is.
No, I'm talking about like Omaha. Omaha's in Nebraska, but it's right there along.
Omaha's not next to.
Or
the
no, I'm
Mississippi
thinking of the
River.
Missouri River, not the Mississippi, the Missouri River.
Okay.
That would be what's
The
there.
opposite border of Iowa. But yeah,
I'm about to say
at
that's
that point,
Missouri
Omaha
River.
should just be Iowa.
Yeah. And number 1, especially for my historians in the group today, the number one state that should not exist in the United States is the wonderful state of Hawaii. Why the fuck are you here? Why does it take us 25,000 miles to get to you? 2,500, I mean. 2,500. God damn.
I will admit, I think us going to that's fair.
It should have its own independence.
It should. I thought it was his own country before.
It was its own kingdom before we took it over.
Mm-hmm.
We should not have it.
Technically didn't take it
We,
over.
as in white folk.
Yeah, we came over like, I like this place. It's ours now.
You can grow a lot of bananas. We're taking it.
I think Eddie Griffin said it best. We are not the United States of America. We are the United Empire of Earth. Whenever we go someplace, we never leave.
Oh yeah, I like this. We can charge $10 for this and not get arrested. Sure, we'll keep Hawaii.
Yeah.
$10 for a Snickers. Let's go.
Ah, damn. Oh.
Also, the whole fact that Garfield could have easily given back like Hawaii to the Hawaiians because they're like, I'm very disappointed in you for taking over this country, for overthrowing it and giving it to the U.S. government.
Okay,
We're still going to take it, but we're very cross with you.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so tired. When he said Garfield, I immediately thought he was about to say something about the cat, and I was about to roast his ass for it.
Me too. I was like, God damn, not Garfield the cat. What, he's gonna get some lasagna?
What the fuck does that have to do with Hawaii?
You talking about my great granduncle?
What does Italians have to do with Hawaii? Some lasagna.
It's like we all hate Mondays, but Jesus, Basil.
That's funny. But yeah, number 1 is Hawaii. The top 10 states that should not exist. I'm your host, Kris Canty. Great debaters have been here. We had Walter, Marcel, and Basil. See y'all next time on the KrisCross Corner.